Don't play with her, don't be dishonest.
Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video. Okay y'all, as y'all can see from today's title, we are doing a beginner friendly makeup tutorial. So this is for all of my girlies who want to get into the makeup industry and learn how to do a natural face. I know that was me a few months ago, and so I figured because I'm still a beginner, I should share with you guys the things that I learned along this journey. Once I decided that I wanted to invest in learning how to achieve a natural face for myself, I went into Ulta, and a makeup professional inside who looked like me helped me and gave me everything that I needed to know, made sure I had every product that I needed to have. I know it's uncomfortable to go into a makeup store and ask someone for help, or just in general to ask people for help, but if this is something that you are serious about getting into, you're serious about learning how to perfect your makeup, I would definitely say go in there and do that, girl. And then I decided to create this video so that anything that I learned along my beginner makeup journey, I figured that I share things that I've learned, things that I wish I learned, because I am a strong believer in each one teach one. So if you're interested in learning how to achieve a natural full face, I would say stick with this video and let's learn together, y'all. The first tip that I learned is that moisturization is a key step in the makeup process. Make sure you're using a moisturizer that best works with your skin type and skin texture. I have dry combination skin, so that's why I like to go in with the Pond's dry skin cream, just so I can make sure all of that hydration is getting into my skin and just setting it up for a clean and flawless base.
Don't play with her, don't be dishonest.
Okay y'all, the next step of the moisturization process is to go in with a primer. I use this NYX Hydra Touch primer that I got at Ulta, and this was suggested by the makeup professional, and this just acts as a primer slash a base for your makeup, so just making sure that those products melt seamlessly into your skin. Now that we're done with the skin preparation phase of the makeup routine, we can move on to applying the product. So the first thing that I like to do is do my eyebrows before even doing the base in terms of foundations. I use 5 products to do my eyebrows. The first product I use is this e.l.f. pomade. I like to use a pomade because I like the finish that it gives, and I like the coverage that it gives as well. And then e.l.f. products can be found at Ulta, or they can be found at your local drugstore, so CVS, Rite Aid, or Walgreens. And then next, the concealer that I like to use when doing my brows is the LA Pro Girl Concealer. I use the shade Fawn. It can also be found at your local drugstore as well. In terms of brushes, I use 3 to 4 makeup tools to blend in or put on my product. So 2 angled brushes, maybe a small dual-sided sponge if you need to really get into those tight small areas, and also a beauty blender. Okay y'all, as y'all can see, I have my brows all done. They've been filled in, concealed, the whole 9, and we are ready to go into our very next step. So our third step of our natural makeup routine, which is our base, so our foundation. I use Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr foundation. This is her soft matte longwear foundation, and I use the shade 385. Also for beginners, like I said, I definitely did not pick this foundation shade for myself. I had a makeup professional pick out and match my shade accordingly. That definitely will save you a lot of money and then a lot of discouragement, so definitely utilize them, y'all. Don't be afraid to ask them for help, because that is what they're there for. And then to apply and blend in my foundation, I use 3 utensils. I use a beauty sponge from Ulta if I want to just blend it in with this. And then to apply, sometimes I use a flat brush. This is the Morphe M224 brush. And then also sometimes to blend, I like to use this brush here. This is the Real Techniques 200 brush. This brush came in a brush set from Real Techniques. They had an everyday essentials brush kit, so for people like us who are beginners and getting into the makeup industry, they have a kit that has all of those brushes that you'll need to achieve that natural full face. It's very useful in applying foundation than just blending in creams. Also, this is a good time to introduce the setting spray that I use. I use the MAC Fix It Plus setting spray, and then I got this from Ulta, and this is something that the makeup professional advised to me just for making sure those products set into the skin. And she also advised to apply setting spray not just at the end but throughout your entire makeup routine as you're adding more and more products on your face, so that you're making sure you get the most seamless blend possible when blending in those products. So this just for me, but I don't like to go in with product under my eye, just because I found that when you use a lot of product under your eye, you're more prone to creasing and like that product separating. So that's why I kind of steer from doing that, and that's just something that I learned along my beginner makeup journey. Feel free to do whatever works best for you. Blending should take you the most time. Make sure you guys are taking time, you're being patient with that blending process, because blending is really the key to having a nice flawless makeup look. And don't forget key areas like your ears, you want to spread the product to there, and also under your neck. I have a beautiful birthmark under my neck, so the makeup is not going to match with that side, but under here I'll still make sure that I blend that makeup out and get that foundation on that skin, so that we're getting a great match between the two different parts of the face. Remember to use those dabbing motions throughout and not those dragging motions. And so for the concealer phase, I use the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Medium Dark 1.5. And then to achieve that bright under eye look, I use is this Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Concealer, and I use the shade 250. And these are the two tools that I use to blend in my concealer. So that same beauty sponge, and then also I have a new brush. This is a Real Techniques brush. This is their 300 brush, and I find that it's very good to blend in concealer, so that's what I use it for. Although that may not be the intended use of it, that's what works for me. So makeup, definitely for beginners, I say to do what makes you happy, do what you like. Try to get out of what society says you should do. If you like what's on your skin, go with it, okay?
Still not understanding this logic. Back and I'm better. Want you bad as ever. Don't let me just let up. I wanna give you better. Baby, it's whatever.
You giving the girls a yes, we are blended.
We are blended.
Okay, y'all, and a good practice is to use your foundation brush just to blend in the edges of it, so that the foundation and concealer, there's a smooth transition between both areas.
Baby, it's whatever. Somebody gotta step up. Don't let somebody sound next up. Be damn if I let them catch up. It's easy to...
And that's really all I do for my nose, because that's what I like to do for a natural look. Okay, y'all, so our concealer is all blended out. We see those highlighted areas, and that is the goal for sure. So now we want to focus on setting that concealer in, and I do that by using this Sacha Buttercup setting powder, this golden shade here. I think this is like the medium shade. Then I'm going to use this Angle beauty sponge that I also got from Ulta. So everywhere where I apply concealer, I'm going to apply this setting powder. So once we have our setting powder applied into our skin, it is time to move on to adding some warmth into the face using some contour. Or have this Black Radiance contour palette, or I can use a contour stick that is by Fenty Beauty. The shade is Truffle. And then this palette is excellent for beginners because it has a guide at the top that shows you exactly what each section can be used for. And I'm gonna go in with that first shade, that contour shade that you guys seen on the very left. Okay, I showed you my contour options. So I typically go in with the Fenty Beauty, the Truffle shade on my nose for my nose contour, and then I use the Black Radiance for more of the cheek contour, because this is lighter and more subtle than the Black Radiance contours. Both of those contour products, I use these 3 utensils to blend out those products. So this is what I use to blend out that Black Radiance face contour here. I use to apply my nose contour so I can get a very precise look. And this is a Beauty 360 smudger brush, but I just use it because it has that fine point so I can really get in with that nose contour. Then I blend my nose contour out with this small beauty sponge. And also, disclaimer, I'm not super big on nose contour, so I really just do the bare minimum. That's my preference.
Easy to see that you're fed up. I am on a whole nother level. Girl, he only fucked you over cause you let him. Fuck him, girl, I guess he didn't know any better. Girl, that man didn't show any ever. Do all I can just to show you it's special. Certain it's your love that holds me together.
All right, so now we're taking that buffing brush, the Real Techniques brush, and we're going in with our Black Radiance palette and just lightly scooping that product because this product is pretty heavy. And then I'm really just going to make this face here so I can see my natural contour line. Okay, y'all, so now that we've added warmth into the face and the look is coming together, I'm gonna take that Expert face brush and really just press that setting powder into the skin. So not necessarily dusting it away. I like to keep it for the most part. That's why I don't go super heavy with it. Pressing it into the skin. Okay, y'all, so that powder, we have put it into our skin and really make sure that it is set. Now we're on to blush. I wasn't a blush girl at first, but the makeup professional at Ulta was like, girl, just start with a subtle brush and see how you like it. And then she was right, I actually end up liking it. I use Milani and I use their shade 05 Luminoso. I'm gonna take this Real Techniques brush. This is the 400 brush, and I'm just going to lightly get into that blush and smile and then apply it right on that apple of that cheek, like so. You kind of have to figure out which blush shade you like best for your skin. I like a more rosy shade for my skin because it helps you stay within that natural range while still giving that cheek that nice pop. So our next step, and we're approaching the end of our natural makeup routine, our next step is highlight. I like to use a drugstore highlight. This is by Revlon. This is their Skin Lights brand. I use the shade 202 Twilight Gleam. And then to apply my highlight, I like to use a highlighting brush by e.l.f. You can get this from your local drugstore. I tried to have like a good amount of drugstore products because I know when starting off, you don't want to spend a ton of money on expensive products, especially because you got to see, you know, trial and error, see what you like, work with it, you know, perfect your craft. So I'm going to apply my highlighter where the sun naturally would hit your face. So the cheeks here, the forehead, the nose, cupid's bow here, and yeah, I also do my inner corners of the eyes. So I like to just smile and apply that right above where I applied that blush. And then for the upper lip, the nose, the inner corners, I'm going to go in with a medium shadow brush by Real Techniques. I'm going to use it to highlight though. But all right, the highlight is applied and we're glowing, we're shining, and everything is really just coming together naturally. And as we're approaching the end of our beginner natural makeup routine, I'm going to go in with my finishing powder, my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural Powder, and I have the shade medium tan. Here it is. I'm going to go in with my Angled Beauty Sponge and really just dab some product on there, not too much. I'm gonna go in with this just to blend everything out, make sure everything has a smooth finish, especially those edges. Then we're going in with our MAC Fix It Plus setting spray and just blending everything together. Whew. Lastly, we have lashes and lips. So 2 L's. I like to use the Ardell lashes. These are just your average drugstore lashes. I'm going to use the Duo lash glue. I like this lash glue because it goes on white but then it dries clear. And then a hack that I figured out from social media was to apply your lash glue like eyeliner. It'll help with the lashes being able to stick easier, so I like to use that tip. Okay y'all, I finally got the lashes on, but I hope you all like it. Lastly, I'll do my lip routine and we will be done with the video. Shout out to you if you stayed to the end to watch, okay? Because that means you're serious about learning how to do your makeup naturally. Now I'm going in with a clear gloss over that just so I can give myself that shine that I like. Bath and Body Works. This is their C.O. Bigelow Twice the Moisturizers, Twice the Breath Freshener Lip Shine. That was a lot to say, but this is what I use and this is how it comes out. And really quick before the video ended, I wanted to show you guys what the makeup looked like in a different lighting. So this is bathroom lighting here. You guys can see we still have that very soft, natural, but very much beat face. And yeah, I'm really just loving this look today. I feel like this is the best I've done my makeup since I've learned how to do makeup on my face. So shout out to that. And yeah, y'all just stay consistent. Make sure you're utilizing free time or setting aside time to practice your craft, to perfect it, and you know, to just really get better at it and see what you like, what you don't like, and kind of using that trial and error method, you'll be able to achieve the natural beginner makeup look to your liking. And that is the goal. You want to make sure that you love it, okay? Before anybody else loves it, you want to make sure that you love it for sure. So this is the look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Yeah, beauties, I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, beauties.